every time I remember. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the podcast. It's All Fish and Chips, the podcast. My name is Thor, and this is episode 30 of the podcast. That's right, the big 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at having a midlife crisis here soon. We're very excited about it. I've been pricing Miatas.
Shopping. Dang it.
Oh, come on now. I got a pool table lined up that I think is really sweet. I'm going to put in my basement. Maybe build a home theater down there as well. I'm calling out somebody on the podcast. I'm not going to mention names, but he's the next one up, and his name is Bobby.
How about those Chiefs?
Oh, here we go.
We had to hear that. We all have red on.
Yeah, I wore mine special for today. We'll get to that here in just a second. Sitting next to Bubby here for like back-to-back podcasts is real weird. We've got Tyler.
Yeah, I guess I'll be the one that does it. How about them, Apple?
Right? Oh, shit, I forgot mine.
Right.
It's a piece of paper.
Consistent.
But even though I didn't say it, I'm ready for a gong banging good time. So next to Tyler would be where Amanda would be sitting. But of course, Amanda is joining us once again via phone because she is quietly quitting the podcast.
Yep.
No.
It's Amanda.
I do what I want to do.
Right. It's 100% it. And then we've decided to fill Amanda's seat this week. And we've got a special guest, friend of the podcast, and brother of one of the members of the podcast. We'll let you guess which one it is. We've got Ryan.
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Oh, got his radio voice on and feeling good. Say your thing.
Well, I'm seeing here that Bubby is where fantasy meets ecstasy. I'm also learning that Tyler can't spell ecstasy.
He's just now.
me.
Okay, Bubby never realized it.
Yep.
Oh, I knew what it was.
Yeah, but never realized it was spelled wrong.
Oh, no, I thought it was abbreviated.
Thanks for not calling me out in front of the entire
Right?
country.
Abbreviated. I thought that was Tyler's abbreviation.
So Ryan has just started listening to our podcast. We've been friends with, one of us has been friends with friends. It's a loose word. One of us has been friends with Ryan his entire life, and the rest of us has known Ryan. 2000 would be when I first met Ryan. Just I am fucking 2 minutes into this podcast. What time is it? 2:54.
He said his own last name.
I said it first.
He'll add it to that.
I'll edit it out. We're not. Yeah, we don't say last names, but here we are saying last names like right off the bat again. I hate this podcast. So
Sure invention.
Ryan's about 15 episodes into the podcast and having a good time, and he is our first on-site guest. We're going to get Carol in here before too long as well.
Carol.
Friend of the podcast, drink.
Carol.
And you'll get to the drinking game here eventually. So it's going to be kind of a different one for us. We got a new face, and we've got a lot of things saved up. Everybody's got like 10 stories they want to talk about this week.
We got things to cover today.
But first, I'd like to pivot to the phone call at the top of the show and find out. Ask Amanda. Amanda, what the hell happened? Why did you get the flu?
I don't know. I don't know anybody that had the flu. I mean, I guess I did because somehow I got it, but
Now, didn't you just go and get a flu shot?
I got a flu shot in September. I was the first person I knew to get a flu shot.
Okay, so
which
I
is
thought
probably why I didn't have any symptoms other than a really high fever.
Okay, I thought you had gone recently to get a flu shot and somehow managed to contract the flu from that flu shot.
No, I got a flu shot a long time ago.
Okay, so you were responsible.
It's from the shot. It's just been a long time coming.
Yeah, right. It's just been festering in there.
I see.
Okay, but you are feeling better. You're on the mend.
Yeah,
You're
just contagious.
Just contagious. So she will not be joining us. Carol, as you listen to this podcast, we are still not gotten to your thing yet because we cannot manage to get all four of us in one room at one time.
And somehow it's not my fault.
Somehow Tyler's not to blame for once. So we are getting to it, and I am still trying to track down the other half of that thing, but I am having a tough time finding it.
How exciting.
So that's just that right there. Does anybody want to kick off here with something, or you want me to get us going?
No, I don't care.
I have some callbacks that I'd like to get to.
All right, do your callbacks. And
Okay, we went to the Hy-Vee as we have established many times in the past that I enjoy having lunch at the Hy-Vee, and we have talked about the bar at the Hy-Vee. Correct. So this last week, several coworkers and I are sitting at just in front of the bar. There's a high top table that I like to sit at because I don't like sitting lower. I like to sit at the high tables.
You look down on people.
100%. I can look down and see what you're eating and make judgments from on high. So it's real fun. Damn it. I'll get to you in a minute. And I forgot the stupid sound effect again. I still haven't found it. I just thought of it. And I meant to look for it today. Anyway, so we're sitting at the table.
I think we have enough without that today.
Right. Sitting at the table and just kind of enjoying our lunch. And this lady comes in.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of lost, looking around, kind of doesn't know what's going on. And she goes, "Is nobody working at this bar?" And I'm like, I'm obviously eating my lunch. And I go, so I don't work there. And she should, sure, why not? I've never seen anybody at this bar, but, you could probably ask the people around the corner, well, how's a person supposed to get a drink if there's nobody working at this bar? This is 12:15 in the afternoon.
At a grocery store.
At a grocery store.
Yeah.
And she comes in like a wrecking ball and mad because no one is at that bar to serve her the flight of mimosas that had been advertised there since I started working at that place. For those of you playing along at home, I still have the 100-year cough. So she's like, how am I supposed to get a drink? I was like, well, it's not guarded. You could probably just go in there and make your own drink. I mean, I've never seen anybody care. And she's like, oh, what am I supposed to do? I was like, why don't you go around the corner and talk to those people that are at the cash register? They could probably get you somebody in here to make you something up.
The ones that work there.
The ones that work here.
Yeah.
Because I'm still being engaged. And she goes, I guess I'll have to go do that. And then she stomps off, never to return. I don't know what happened to her. She probably got in a fist fight with somebody and got kicked out by their 7-foot-tall security guard that got working there. But so I just wanted to say that there are people trying to day drink at the Hy-Vee.
At the Hy-Vee.
Now, they're currently not succeeding, but they are trying to drink at the Hy-Vee. So at the same time we were there, and I will post this picture to the Facebook, they have, so we've talked about this. They've got pizza, they've got Chinese, sushi, hibachi, and then you can get like hamburgers and meatloaf and that kind of stuff. And I like the Chinese there, so I get the Chinese a bunch. So we go look at the Chinese food, and I'm going to pick out my thing. And it's regular mixture of, general chicken, orange chicken, sweet and sour, that kind of stuff. And then one of the options they had was the sesame chicken. But they had decided, we don't got no more chicken left. Let's just go to the freezer section and get a bunch of chicken nuggets. And we'll just throw some sesame sauce on those and see if anybody buys it. And they had the full pan, chicken nuggets. Covered
Dino shaped.
No, not dino
exactly what I was
shaped.
thinking.
But I have a picture of it, and I will post it to the Facebook group of just their plan, which was just we can't not serve sesame chicken apparently.
Well, no, we can't just take that off the menu.
No.
Nobody's going to find this.
Quick, run to the frozen section and get me some banquet nuggets. We're gonna heat those up in the microwave and just whip them out of here. People will be fine. These animals will eat it.
It's all white meat.
It's all white.
That sounds oddly like the cashew chicken we used to get at our former place of employment.
It's
That was
100%.
Like just the cheap white rice,
Right.
chicken nuggets,
Chicken
and then
nuggets.
just gravy. Not even chicken, not even cashew sauce, just gravy.
I think I've said this before, but I'm pretty so. Springfield, Missouri is the home of cashew chicken.
Yes.
It was invented in this town by a lovely man named Mr. Leong, who was recently passed away. I love his mango chicken. It is delicious.
Yeah.
So I am pretty sure that this is how this went down. He moved to Springfield, Missouri.
Yep.
Wanting to start a Chinese place. And he probably opened that Chinese place. And then this was back in the day, and people were like, Chinese food? I don't know what that is. I ain't going to eat that. He goes, what do these drunk-ass white rednecks want to eat?
Gravy.
Chicken and gravy. Chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy. That's what they want.
100%.
He goes, how do I make that but Chinese? And he goes, okay. I put the chicken in there. Got that part. Instead of the mashed potatoes, I'll just use rice.
Yep. Done.
And then gravy, I guess. Yeah, sure. And to top this off so they don't just get fooled by this, Bubby, quit messing with it. Bubby, quit messing with it. Bubby can't help but touch the protection. Instead of like being good enough, like gravy, rice, chicken. He goes, I'm going to sprinkle some cashews on top of that.
Yep.
Make it fancy.
And that's it.
And people in this town went nuts for that bananas.
Yeah. They just sold them the same thing they've been eating already.
Yeah. But now at his restaurant. So he's making his money. And then once they get like indoctrinated, and they're like, what's an egg roll? And he goes, oh, you might like it. And they tried egg roll.
Oh, yeah.
Try this here, this crab rangoon. You might like that too. I don't know if I like that. That's just cream cheese in there. Don't worry about that. Oh, okay. I like cream cheese. And that's I'm 100% sure how that went down.
Yep. Oh, he got him.
He got him good. And then the family that started the Mexican Villa basically did the same thing with Mexican food. Like, what do these stupid people want to eat? It's not going to be Mexican food, but I'll serve them some slop that they like. And that's what they did.
Everything enchilada style.
Everything enchilada style, because enchilada is the only word we know.
I know karate and like 3 other Japanese words.
Yeah, that I know 2 Chinese words, and one of them is enchilada. So, I mean, Mexican word, whatever. I got the 100-year cough. I don't know what to tell you.
So this is tax season, right?
Oh.
So I'm sitting at the house the other day, and after I get home,
I just want to preface this entire story with holy hell.
Yeah, holy hell is 100% right.
All right, keep going.
So I get home. My wife had been out, and she was doing the taxes, right? And she comes in just hot and heavy. Like, she's upset, just irritated, because doing your taxes is never a good, easy task. There's always a form you get.
It's unnecessarily complicated.
100%. And the more forms you have, the more complicated it gets, the more expensive.
All right, I'm going to jump in here, by the way.
Yeah.
So the tax system basically works like this. For those folks who are living abroad, which we have, and again, I apologize for everyone in the Great Britain, Ireland, Scotland area that tunes into this podcast and is very disappointed by the topic of this podcast, because it is not anything about fish and chips. I'm sorry once again. So for those of you who don't pay U.S. taxes, this is how U.S. taxes work. I owe the government an amount of money. I don't know what that amount of money is. The government knows what that amount of money is, but they're not going to tell me.
Nope.
They're going to make me guess. And if I guess wrong, I either A, give them too much money, which they were like, thank you, and they'll just move on with their lives. Or I don't pay them enough money, and then they're going to drop the hammer down on me. It is the worst guessing game in the history of guessing games.
Good luck.
Because I don't win either way.
No, never.
All right, continue on.
All right. So she comes in, and she's just frustrated because doing the taxes is, like I said, is never an easy thing. And she comes in and she goes, why is it that every person that works at a tax place, no offense to anybody, is always like a 70-year-old woman that walks at the speed of like cold molasses? And I'm like, yeah, honey, I don't know, but she goes, and then I get in there and the lady doesn't have any fingers. And I'm thinking to myself, this lady is fumbling and
like struggling,
can't type.
Yeah.
This lady has no finger on her hand past the first knuckle.
Yeah, and not like missing a finger.
No, all 10 fingers either off at the joint or first knuckle, and that's it. And she's typing.
And this does not appear to be a birth defect.
No, this is some sort of horrible, horrible injury that this person has suffered at some point in her life.
Well, I mean, okay, I could say Hey Goods. They're famous-ish, right?
In this area?
In this area, and they promote themselves. So their dad is missing 3 fingers, okay?
Out of 10.
Out of 10. Now, I only have so much room to talk because I am missing 1 finger out of 10. And the person responsible for that is in this room today. But
Why are you looking at me?
no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just
He's not looking at you.
but he lost the first finger, okay? He didn't lose them all at the same time. So he lost the first finger, and that was like at the middle. And then he lost the second one, and that was like at the first joint. And then I had lost my finger at this point, and I was like, aren't you more careful? He goes, nah, after the second one, you don't really worry about it so much. And then he cut off the tip of his third finger with a pair of scissors, making a salad. And I said, buddy,
Scissors and salad.
you got to be careful. I mean, you're going to run out of fingers. And he goes, well, it works out real good because the kids are doing fractions now. So I can do halves and quarters and eighths. So, everything's got a silver lining. And I'm like, that's one way to live your life.
All right.
So this lady, as Ryan has now seen the picture, and we have seen picture preview of this, has, as a friend of ours said, she has no bones in her leg. He has
No fingers.
No fingers at all. I want to know what happened.
I know, and as all I could do to get the picture, I wanted to ask her so bad, but I'm just looking on my phone and just kind of like doing one of these numbers where you're passing the phone.
Oh, yeah. Where you pretend like you're doing something on your phone.
But
You
you
think
got to
she
do it
doesn't
on a
know?
You got to do it on a live photo because then you can like play it and then snap the photo where you want.
But you have to be smart enough to remember that you have to turn off the flash.
Yeah,
otherwise, you just go swoosh right at her.
You don't think she's lived her
times.
entire life with people taking pictures of her hands?
You know what? That's probably true. I should just ask. But can I take a picture of whatever the shit you got going on right there?
She probably has one in her purse. Yeah, just take this one.
Yeah, here's a signed headshot.
That'll cost you $10.
She's just got a signed headshot where she's holding up all 10 of them, just like throwing gang signs, but there ain't no gang sign because all she got is nubs.
Totally screwed up. Took me off guard. I couldn't focus on anything else the entire time we were there.
But at no point did you think to just ask what? Because you asked me, I'll tell you the story. I don't care.
No. I was just moly. I was fixated. I couldn't help myself.
And then the other thing is, you went into a career where typing is like
required,
400%. And I'm like I said, I'm missing a finger, and I just have decided that doesn't happen when I'm typing anymore because it was so sensitive when I first hit it. Every time you hit it on anything, I almost pass out. So I just learned that finger is not for typing anymore, and you just boot without it. But she went,
no, she didn't have a choice,
right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, what do you do?
Do roll her face on
it's
it?
Like
hope
people
for the best?
Yeah, those people with no arms that drive a car with their feet. You got to do what you got to do.
I want to post that picture so bad, but I may have to edit it.
You definitely have to edit part of it because I can clearly read your driver's license in that picture. Like because I zoomed in on it just to see. And I was like,
I'll edit that picture then.
All your information is on display in that picture, FYI.
Fair enough. Good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, but yeah, I'm not being like, I'm not trying to be mean. No. I need background. I need details. I need a story.
Yeah, this is not me just making this up. I have literally thought about that every day since then.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. I have thought about it, and I didn't even see her. I just saw the picture of her.
And I thought this, and I was like, Thor has to see this. I have to get a picture of this.
100%.
I'm going to go with frostbite.
Oh. Dude, that's a...
see that?
Guess.
See, now that story, I'm even more interested now.
Now I need to know she was climbing everything.
Because it can't be like a bandsaw or anything. You can't. That's not a saw accident.
Nah.
Like you didn't get both
After
hands.
one finger, maybe.
Yeah, you didn't get both hands, including thumbs off at that point, right? Bear attack, wolf attack, something like that. Whatever it is, make up a good story.
Yeah.
100% make up a good story.
I do like the handouts though. Just here, this is my purse. It's just a picture of me just explaining stuff. Here,
Yeah, and then there's like a little thing, like a little written story on the back that just recaps it for us. So you don't have to do, like the people who have like the deaf people or mute people who have the little business cards they can hand out. Same thing, but with a headshot.
Yeah, but you can only have like 4 or 5 versions, like just to have fun with it.
Oh yeah, mix that story up every time, so like nobody hears the same story twice. Like every time it's a different story. Just get ChatGPT to write you like 50 of them, and you just hand them out. Yeah, I went to her and I got that thing, and it said she lost her fingers. Aliens abducted her and stole her fingertips. And it's like, what? Mine says Bigfoot got them. Like every story's different. That makes it even better. So that's exciting.
No finger tax lady was a trip.
Oh, I do have another thing I need to loop back around. Strip mall vampire. Remember Strip mall vampire?
No.
Bubby, Amanda, do you remember this? He's over at the
yes.
At the
I remember.
Yes.
Best Buy strip mall.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw him again when I went back to the strip mall at the to go to PetSmart to get some of that special cat food from a cat with his narrow urethra. Peggy. And I'll get sued for that. And he was in. I got a picture this time. He was in his full. It's a black. It's not a trench coat. It's a full, like, vampire coat with like a bajillion buttons on the front, like all black. Everything's black. And he was with his girlfriend. She was getting. I don't think he wanted to be in there, but because he needs to be haunting the strip mall there. But he couldn't because his girlfriend needed whatever it needed for the pet, so he had to go in there with her. But I did the same thing where I'm standing behind him. First of all, check to make sure the flash is off. All right, good. And then I'm just going to pretend like I'm texting something and click, 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 click. All right, got a picture of that as well. I'm not sure if I don't know how great it is. We'll look at it and we'll decide if I'm
any picture's better than no picture.
Right. So I don't have a picture.
That.
I don't have a picture of his face though, so I don't know if he shows up in pictures or not because it's from behind. Does vampire hair show up in pictures? I'm not sure.
I guess it would.
I don't know. I'm going to need. I'll have to do a book report to get back to us on this one. But I do have a picture. I did run into him a second time. So That is 2 callbacks
That's so exciting.
on the same episode. Just wanted to get that out of my way here. Bub, you got a story this week?
Not that, no.
Okay. Do you ever remember the other one?
Of course not.
Come on.
Bubby spent an entire episode trying to remember a story. I could not do it, and has never remembered what that story was.
Not even close.
I really want to know what it was. All right, what do you got? You had 3 things on here.
Yeah. I just kept updating throughout the week.
Yeah.
So
Hit your favorite.
kind of talking about, someone you saw at a strip mall. So the other day I was driving by Sam's on South Side. Mm-hmm. And
So this on Alpha Campbell?
yes.
Okay.
And so it's 40 degrees and the wind's blowing, which feels like 32.
Okay, cold out there.
There is a dude standing on the corner with a speaker and a violin,
Hell yeah, he is.
and he's playing. So he's panhandling, trying to get you to
He ain't
give
playing
him
the violin.
his your money, and he's.
What do you mean he ain't
a
playing the
song for
violin?
you. He's playing that violin.
He's
I'm
got a
watching
violin
him.
and an amp. What do you think he's doing?
I'm sitting there watching
track.
him.
You think it's track?
I've seen it happen.
The panhandler has gone to the trouble of getting a backing track
Yep.
to go out there. And whatever backing track he found, he just had to go find the matching instrument for.
Yes.
So he's pantomiming.
I stand by it.
Oh, panhandler.
Pantaloons? What?
Hold on, there's a joke in here somewhere.
Panhandling.
Panhandling mime. Yeah, I don't know.
He's just fiddling around.
Oh, there you go.
Brought it back.
Brian's in on it.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So this goes back to did I talk about the juggler?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, the panhandler who was a juggler.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the only guy I ever wish I'd given money
He's
to.
doing something.
Yeah, he's out there.
yeah,
and the same
yeah,
thing for this
yeah.
violin guy.
remember.
Like, he's not just out there begging
He's
for money.
performing.
He's doing a little skit. He's putting on a show. You should give him a buck.
Right.
Was he good? How was he?
He was decent.
Okay.
Like, hey,
You
good,
have
good?
control of the
Hey, good?
tracks. That's easy.
No.
Now,
He's
ouch.
no Christian.
And Tyler, you might have seen this one too, and we may have mentioned him before. I have to talk about that topic as well. But on Kansas, all the way north by the highway, there's a guy out there with no shoes who plays the guitar,
Yes.
and I'm not 100% sure if he's panhandling or not, or just waiting on a bus, or just hanging out. But he is rocking it when he is out there. Like, he has got his acoustic guitar, never any shoes, and is out there like doing high kicks and like whipping around and playing the fuck out of that guitar.
Oh,
I don't know.
I've seen him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's any good or not, but he is putting on a show 100%. But I don't think he's asking for money. I think he's just out there putting on a show,
That's just his daily gig.
right?
Where was he?
What I do. He's independently wealthy.
So, he'd be like by the McDonald's, or there's a,
I saw him in front of Cane's.
He's in that diverging diamond up there a lot of times.
is he by there? I saw him closer to us on
Carney.
on Carney, but there were the strip malls and the McDonald's and
Yep.
across the street from where the buffet used to be, that kind of place over there.
Yep.
He was like right in there, just like near a bus station, but not at the bus station, and just rocking and rolling.
Out there for him.
When I
Right,
saw him,
maybe.
he was right down the street here at Cane's in front.
Oh, was he?
That's a long way.
close to my house. Got to watch
How
out.
do you walk
was.
that far with no shoes on?
Right? It's cold out there. But he, 10
He may have had shoes on,
missing toes.
but he was.
Oh,
he
that's
was
what happened.
playing guitar.
Frostbite.
Frostbite out there rocking and rolling too hard. Lost his toes, lost her fingers. That's what, maybe they know each other. I don't know. So
I have something to say.
get on it.
Yes.
Just shout out anytime you want to talk.
Sorry, Johnny. I
So-
forgot you were there.
I know, right? I've noticed, especially the past 3 episodes, that I have not been present physically for.
Quiet quitting.
Yeah. Thor, you repeat stories a lot. and I wanna
100%.
add
That was what
to
I
the
was gonna get
bingo
to.
card. I want to add it to the bingo card. Every
Right.
time I'm like, well, I guess if they want to hear it again, I'll listen to it again.
So I had to go
I
back.
won't call them out.
I had to go back and edit episode 2.
Yeah.
And I tell the story of my dad's beard in that episode, and
Yeah.
then I just recently retold it again. And that when I pointed to
Yeah.
Bubby and said I had to talk about something, that was the thing I wanted to talk about. Was I realized that I am just telling the same stories over and over again, and I'm going to have to make some
You are.
sort of list of all the stories I tell so I can check it before I tell the story again.
Yeah, no, just listening to this
I know.
podcast is like just being friends with all of us. We tell the same stories continually the rest of our lives.
But here's the thing. I have no idea if I've told that story or not. Like in my short-term memory is so shit that first of all, I don't know anybody's name. I've never learned a person's name in the history of the world. I have to just tell it to me like 50 times and eventually it'll stick. But short term, like the first time someone says, "Hey, my name is," that's gone.
Yeah.
Every time. I like your first introduction to me, I have no idea what your name is, and I will not know it. And I will admit that openly.
That's true. I have seen you look people in the eye and say, "I'm not learning your name till you've been here for a year."
Yeah, because people come and go, and there's no room in there for that. I got useless facts filling up all that space. And these stories that apparently I keep telling. So that's spot number 4 on the bingo card. If I check your tires, drink.
Yeah.
And if come on, you got to catch up.
You'll get there.
Carol.
Drink. If I repeat a story, that is a definite. If Bubby talks about Malört or I repeat a story, we are going to get to that. So Amanda,
Tyler wants some.
I do not.
Amanda, you're missing out on this podcast, but because Ryan has joined us on the podcast and has gotten through the episode, sitting on the table right in front of Bubby are 4 shot glasses and a bottle of Malört.
Most of them.
How magical. Oh, I could have been there then. It would have cleaned it out. You
Right.
guys would have been fine.
So what I want you to do, Amanda, is when we get to this point, and those of us who are going to involve ourselves with Malört, I want you to go into the kitchen. Just open that cabinet up underneath the kitchen sink. Pull out whatever the first thing is you grab and pour that into a bottle because it's going to be the same experience. Okay, could be Drano, it could be
Polish remover.
Polish Pledge, whatever it is.
Your fine jewelry cleaner.
Yeah, whatever you find in there, just pour it into a glass and you can drink along with us. The experience will be 100% the same.
I
okay.
can still taste it.
Paint thinner.
All right, Bubby's going to start racking those up here as we.
Why don't you go ahead and do that? I'm gonna reach into one.
Ryan's got it.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead. I'm just waiting for this thing to open up.
So
I got to set a time.
most people, and I think around the Facebook area, there's groups for like your neighborhood, your community. A lot of those places have like chats, so you can know what's going on in your general area.
This is like the neighborhood app.
yeah, essentially like Neighborly or just a neighborhood group on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have been effectively asked to not participate.
Oh, is this in the?
No, just by my wife
Oh, okay.
because
It wasn't the people running the group that got you.
No, and
Okay.
she hasn't officially asked me to. She just rolls her eyes every time I do something because I can't help but.
What do you think? Something settled in there? Bubby's shaking up the bottle like he's
No,
worried.
I'm going to let Ryan smell it.
Oh, I
So
see.
I can't look at a post and read it and not think of something smart ass to say, right?
Oh, and you just have to
So,
type.
Yeah, and I just have to type. So,
yeah, that's
like for
plenty,
instance,
buddy.
somebody posted the other day. It was like, "Hey, has anybody had issue with carpenter ants recently? I don't know what to do." And I said, "No, I don't really know if I've ever had anything built for me."
Why is each one getting higher, Bubby?
Yeah,
Why? Will you even out those damn each? It's like a stair step here. Where Bubby started out about a third, and then a half, then 3/4. This next one's going to reach the.
He's going to play them later. He's going to.
Yeah, exactly. He's making his own musical instrument over here. Yeah, I'll take the small one. Thank you.
Oh,
Ryan gets the big one because this is his first time. He deserves to be punished.
we have to get his reaction first. Though.
Okay, wait. Well, let's just hold off
On
on
me,
that.
I think it burns.
If you get it in the cut, it will definitely. But again, as the bottle says, it is medicinal. So put the top on that before it escapes. I'm not talking about the angel shares. I think it might crawl out of that bottle.
I'd kill it.
All right. So you've listened to the episode, so you know you have an idea of what you're about to get into. Bobby, did you break the date? Give me that.
No, I didn't. I just took it off.
I'm taking it away from you. Give me the freaking protection. Thank you. Freaking A, Bobby. All right. So as the bottle says, it is medicinal. I don't know why we did this to ourselves. Jefferson Malört, if you're out there listening and would like to sponsor this podcast,
Please.
even after we've badmouthed you as much as we do, but we keep drinking you for some reason.
On and off air.
I think it's taking the varnish off this table. No, I'm serious. I spilled some.
That's a good thing this is a old table then. If you'd like to reach out and sponsor this podcast, you could reach us at itsallfishandchips@gmail.com. All right, Ryan. We have tried this mixed with other things. It did not help.
I'm aware.
We have, yeah. So
I'm glad I ate before I came.
I don't know what you.
So what's the method here? Is it best to
It's just
slow play
down-
this, or are you just going to
down-
like?
no, you gotta,
open it
you
up and down
cannot,
you go.
you cannot.
Down the hatch.
Yeah, you gotta just
Throw up.
All right, Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the club.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, it starts out not terrible, but quickly devolves into burnt rubber and shoe.
Time doesn't do it any favors.
Well, I think this is the same batch from the original.
Yeah,
It was
no,
made of
this is
10,000
like
gallons. And just
this
keep
is like
bottling it.
stone soup where they just keep adding ingredients and they never like stop cooking it. Yeah, but both Malört.
This is the Renee Zellweger of liquor. The longer it goes, the worse it gets.
It's like drinking out of Rosie O'Donnell's boot.
All right, I'm in. This will help the cough, right? This definitely won't.
It'll kill anything else.
Right. 7-10 go.
Or you're going to cough worse. One of the two.
Oh, that hit the back of my throat, and whatever's going on back there just fought back.
I think it dissolved whatever's back there.
Oh, my tongue. Tyler's drooling.
Drooling.
Did you do it too?
My tongue hurts.
Brian took it like a champ. That shit is nasty.
Oh God, he's going again.
He's just going down the bottle.
Oh God, come on, Bobby, you can do it. Like the tip of my tongue hurts. Yeah, I don't know what it did. Oh God,
It's a public service. We're getting rid of this thing, so it can't hurt
no.
anybody
Can't
else.
hurt anybody else.
we're not even halfway through this bottle. Is the worst part about it.
And this is like the fourth time we drank out of it.
Doesn't get anybody.
Yeah.
The second shot gets a head start.
Yeah, no, the second shot. It's just laid in wait in there at you at this point. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine anything that you can mix that with that would hinder that?
The cotton candy. What was it, Amanda? The energy drink.
Oh, the
Celsius.
fantasy
Yeah.
vibe Celsius. Yeah.
That made it less worse, but not better. Oh, it came back to get Bubby. It snuck back up on him, haunting him.
Did.
Oh God. Yeah, right. Just drink the air freshener on the table.
It's not boba.
Just start with bleach, man.
not
That's going to be
boba.
easier.
Yeah.
All right.
Nope.
You remember that taste the rest of your life.
I might taste it the rest of my life.
So, a friend of the podcast, Corey,
Okay.
we're talking about
Hi,
this.
Corey.
Apparently, this is like a thing in Chicago where they will have somebody started it. I think it was a hockey player, but they basically go out like on before games and have hot dogs and Malört. I'm like, that sounds like a hangover from hell.
Hot dogs and Malört, like just the base, the bottom tier of food and drink that you could find. Like there is no lower.
It
I'm
is
pretty sure
Chicago.
I'd throw that up.
So what if I boiled the hot dogs in Malört?
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Let's face it, hockey
podcast.
players are not known for their decision making.
Been hit in the head a few too many times.
Right. All right. All right. I got something here I want to read. So I don't know if you guys have seen the commercials or not. Subway
Yeah.
has come out with the footlong cookie, okay, footlong pretzel, and footlong churro.
Yes, I saw the churro.
Okay.
Aren't they
Now
all?
I have here. There are 4 specialty. Yeah, right. It's the gift that keeps on kicking you in the nuts. Malört. Oh, God. I can still. It's like still kicking around with this cough. Although the cough has cleared up a little bit. So. They have 4 specialty cookies. Okay, so a foot-long cookie, but they got 4 specialty ones to go with it, where they're going to put some stuff on it for you.
Okay.
I'm going to read you
Is this like a Hertz donut thing? Because I'm out.
a little bit. It's
right,
not
well.
terrible, but it gets stranger as we go up the list.
Okay.
All right, starting with number 1, the Subway Cookie Club. Okay, just like the perfect combination of proteins on Subway's number 11, the Subway Cookie Club stacks cookies on cookies with a double chocolate cookie base, vanilla frosting, then topped with chocolate chip, white chocolate macadamia, and raspberry cheesecake cookie chunks, rainbow sprinkles, and chocolate and raspberry sauce. It's a Hertz donut.
That's
it's
a
too
lot.
much. It's too much, but that's all acceptable, right?
Yeah.
You could eat that cookie and you would understand what is happening in the world.
Yes.
Okay. Then we move on to the Monster.
Do you get all
Also-
those flavors working one into another, or are they all like?
I think it's all like
Oh, I hope it's
every
all in
bite.
one.
Every bite gets you that
It's a
shenanigan,
royal
It,
potpourri.
it could be a journey of taste, though.
right? if you start at one end, it's like working your way, like a pub crawl, but with cookies.
I mean,
Let's do it.
So number 2 is the
sounds
Monster. This is like Subway's the Monster number 3. The best of a cookie has a double chocolate cookie base with a heaping spread of peanut butter, sprinkled with peanut butter cups, Reese's Pieces, butterscotch morsels, and pretzels before it's finished with a both chocolate and white chocolate sauce. Okay?
Those all at least
That all goes together, right?
Yeah,
All
those are
those
things
things
that-
are acceptable together.
yes.
Here's where it starts getting off the rails.
Shit's getting weird. 2 dragons.
The Great Pickle.
Oh no.
The most unique cookie on the menu. It is not, by the way. The last one I'm going to read is
You are preceding this with cookie,
yes.
and pickle should not be the next
The
one.
most unique cookie on the menu showcases the signature flavor of its star ingredients. Just like the Great Garlic number 8 sub, the sweet and savory cookie layers both peanut butter and marshmallow cream on top of a vanilla sugar cookie base, topped with salty potato chips, savory bacon crumbles, and Subway's brand new dill pickles.
And crystallized Malört.
And crystallized.
Gross. That is.
Okay.
That gets a little weird.
So they think that's the worst
Well,
one.
what's the? I missed it. What's the base?
Base is
Like a sugar cookie? or
just
something?
sweet and savory sweet and it just says cookies.
Okay.
Oh, vanilla sugar cookie base. So not chocolate chip,
Okay.
just vanilla. Okay, so they think that one's the worst, the oddest.
War crime. It's a
Right?
war.
Oh no, we're getting to the war crime. This is the one they didn't think was that bad. This is the Mexicali.
No.
Yes. Inspired by the south of the border flavor of the number 7, the Mexicali starts with vanilla sugar cookie base, smothered in dulce de leche.
Okay.
We're doing good so far, right? Then topped with mole.
I don't know what mole is.
It's like a red sauce.
Oh.
Like dark red brown sauce for
Dark
like
red brown sauce.
corn nuts.
Just color enchilada sauce.
Corn nuts.
Corn nuts.
That's not even Hispanic.
Finished with white chocolate sauce. Drizzled with white chocolate sauce and finished with ground coffee, Tijan, and espresso chips. What
What?
on God's green earth are you people doing, Subway?
I'm going to need the list of things that didn't make it.
Right.
Because what in the...
I'd like to see
Oh, it's everything and the kitchen sink.
the
Just cleaning out the
the
kitchen
engine,
at a time.
the number 7 engine cooler special,
What's under your kitchen cabinet?
right?
You get to freeze delight.
Things I found in the restroom on a cookie. Yeah, where did you draw the line that this was okay?
I was expecting avocado on the Mexicali, to be completely honest with you.
You know what? That might have been better.
Because that...
Corn nuts and friggin'
nuts and avocado.
and coffee
Where does corn
grounds.
nuts even come from?
Coffee grounds.
Like...
Ground coffee is one of the things they sprinkle on the top of that.
It's just brewed coffee that's got set.
It's it's Folgers too. Just flavor crystals, baby.
crystals.
Sprinkle that shit right on top.
Oh, God. I'm out on that.
Oh,
First
God,
two
it's
I'll
still-
take.
Still in the back of my throat.
Amanda, which is your favorite?
Yeah, which cookie are you going with, Amanda?
I don't think I could eat any of those.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
It's a lot. It's the Hertz donut.
And it's a foot long cookie. That's
That's
too
true.
much.
Foot long cookie.
I can't do that.
Now here's my question: foot long cookie, foot long pretzel, foot long churro. I'm going to eliminate the pretzel from this.
Yeah.
What are you getting a regular sandwich on? Is it the cookie or the churro? I'm going to get a pepperoni, the pizza one, whatever that pizza one is they got. You put it on the cookie or the churro, because the pretzel's the correct answer.
The correct, that would be the correct answer. I guess churro?
I think that would be the less offensive of the two, right? Still not. I know I'm burping it up. Too.
It's revisiting.
I didn't bring any water either. Everybody else got water, but
the
I'm
haunting.
dumb and didn't bring any water. So
I think it's
take some of
interesting
theirs,
that Travis Kelce is the face of the foot long dessert.
Yeah, he is.
his brother should be that boy in his big old gut
100%.
should 100% be the face of the giant cookie.
I love Jason Kelsey.
I
Did you
do
guys see
too.
how
If he
Me
wasn't
too.
already married, I'd
He's
take
my
him.
favorite Kelsey.
Did you guys see how he showed up to Vegas?
Yes,
Yes,
Just
it
like
was the
Zach
best.
Galifianakis from The Hangover.
Yes.
I mean,
that was
Yes.
awesome.
same shirt. It's got
Same
the
bag.
the fanny pack over the chest,
He's great.
It was awesome.
and like didn't say anything. Just
Did you see? And this is a little bit of a sidestep, but did you see that their last name is actually pronounced Kels? And their
Kels,
parents
yeah.
got so tired of correcting people, they just let it go.
Yeah.
it's Kels, but whatever.
They talk
Kelsey's
about that on their podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That may be where I am.
fine. My wife is a big fan of that podcast, by the way.
It's pretty funny.
I have not checked it out yet, but
I've not listened to it, but I've heard clips. Like I've heard a bunch
Yeah,
of
I've heard
dude,
clips.
I'm so far behind in all the regular podcasts I'm supposed to be listening to add a new one into this mix.
Yeah,
my
that's
favorite.
what I've seen that.
fantastic.
So, Bubby, I would just like to say officially to you, as a Washington Commanders fan, congratulations on your Super Bowl. You have more cord hanging down there.
I'm just futzing with it. all
Okay.
right? Just,
Congratulations on your back-to-back Super Bowl wins.
yeah.
Pretty happy.
And I hope your team goes down in flames.
Somebody else's turn, Bubby. Take share.
Ryan, stop being a...
Well, I wanted to say we could have lost that. If
Could have.
Oh, could have.
If
You
Kansas
tried.
City had not have blocked that extra point kick,
You'd have lost,
they would have
yeah.
won 29 or 19. Yeah. So it's
Yeah, no.
it's all because of that.
Once again, as I've said many times on this podcast, Kansas City is the luckiest team in the NFL.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, so we won before they changed the rules in overtime,
Oh, you would have lost. Yeah.
and now we won because they did change the rules.
Oh, that's right. You won because you scored first,
Yes.
and then they
now
changed the
changed
rules
and
because
we
you guys are
won.
jerks, and then you came back and won anyway after they had scored first.
Yeah, and they only went for 3 points instead of.
So what
trying
you're
to get
telling
a
me, Bubby, is this
touchdown.
whole thing is rigged.
It's all rigged. The
No.
NFL. Okay.
Go ahead.
Right. So you've seen all the things. The NFL's rigged, right?
The NFL can barely from week to week manage to get all the games on the air,
Explain to me how you can throw a 50-yard passing rig that someone's going to catch that shit.
right?
Come on now.
Well,
Off my
what's his name? Scanlon there did it again to my wife, and she lost her mind again. She hates that dude so much because he drops the ball so much.
Yeah.
So it was a nail biter for those of you who didn't see the game,
Very
and
good.
we went to the Alamo. There was a company work party for my wife. They had booked out the bar and had food. Tyler, stop touching things.
Sorry.
They booked out the bar. I swear to God, it's toddlers today, both of you. They'd booked out the bar, so we had food, and the bar was open bar, and it was a pretty good little event.
I passed by and I saw all the cars. I went, man, there's a lot of people not going to watch the game.
No, see, they also a bunch of people like rented out theaters, and they were just showing the game on the big screens.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like a ton of people were in there just watching them on the screens in there
I so would have done that. I bet that
Can
was
they
awesome.
do that?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say, how do you get the
100%.
licensing on that?
because it's all digital.
But are they selling
That's the
tickets to the
licensing.
game?
You're selling tickets to
I
get
think
in.
they're probably selling tickets to the you get a free meal.
Yeah, I was going to say they've got to have some.
And then they're going to show the game free of charge while you're eating your meal that you paid for.
That seems pretty thinly veiled.
Well, I mean, we rented
Right.
out the bar
I guess you're right
to
about
watch
that.
the game, and no one would be upset if we did that. So I'm sure they got some Alamo's probably got their
The way
shit.
they worded, I'm
Didn't
sure.
we have some friends in college who got sent to jail for? They were charging a cover charge to get in their house for a party, but they said, "Oh no, this is just to help with the cleaning fee for the house."
Yes,
and the
right.
cops were like, "Yeah, no."
yeah, they didn't buy that.
no, the college students usually have not thought the thing all the way through.
I think it also had something to do with the high school girls who had paid the cleaning fee and had,
Big red Solo cups,
yeah, a little bit.
with their names clearly printed on the side of them.
It did not end well.
It did not. I forgot.
I better be lemonade in there. It's
Mostly.
Milwaukee's best. Is that lemonade? What was the beer when you went to college? What was the beer of not of choice, but the beer that was most prevalent?
Natty Light
Natural light.
for
Yep.
sure,
See,
or Keystone.
it was the Beast.
Yeah, Milwaukee's best.
The Beast was
yeah.
my college. You could get that. You could get a keg of the Beast for so cheap.
They would pay you to have one, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're just like, please take this and
It's
go
going to
away with it.
expire if you would just please use this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell when it expired, so we think it's bad. So go ahead and just take it.
Yeah,
Bubby, Bubby's probably like Mickey's.
Yeah.
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Stag.
I went to a Baptist
I was gonna say,
university.
you went to a Baptist school.
That doesn't mean anything. Bubby, as
Doesn't
someone
mean you
whose
didn't drink.
hometown is the home of Liberty
Plead the fifth.
University, let me tell you what, them kids know where the booze is.
Pleading the fifth.
What was your beer of choice? How about that?
Pleading the fifth.
Oh, but they're not going to revoke your degree because you told them that you drank beer while you were there. Although I'd like to see him try because that'd be pretty fun.
I'm going to say whichever one was in my hand.
there you
Just
go.
whichever was the closest by is Bubby's beer of choice. Even if it won't his.
Same with women.
Just found a beer sitting on the sidewalk. That's his now. That's my favorite beer. I don't think Bubby lived that lifestyle.
Footloose and fancy free. Bubby just floating down the sidewalk.
Did you sow some wild oats there in the Bible college, Bubby? Were you out there soaking and
No, that was our football players.
There you go.
I was in theater. remember?
jump buddies? Jump buddy.
Yeah,
that was
no,
what I was trying to think of.
Jump buddies.
So we work with a guy who was out on the road with me for a while, out there doing installs, that sort of thing. And when you're out there with the guys, you're always, you're telling stories, trying to, pump up your street cred, whatever it is.
Street cred.
Yeah. That's how old I am. But he would tell all these stories about, one time at my brother's wedding, I had like a gallon of what's the beer, the dark beer? Guinness.
Guinness.
Like a gallon
Wow,
of
has it
Guinness.
been that long?
And that was his wild story, right? And I just look him in the eye. I'm like,
That's so
you
heavy.
and I took very different paths to get here.
That is so heavy.
Yeah.
There's so much wrong with a gallon.
I got a week's calories in this one gallon.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
I can't eat for the rest of the week because of this.
This guy weighs like 108 pounds soaking wet. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
exactly.
You could say his
So
first name.
that was his wild story, huh?
That his big wild story, right? Yeah. And I'm like, buddy.
All right, I'm going to diverge from my list here and just tell this story real quick. So when I was in college, Harrisonburg, Virginia, James Madison University, go Fighting Dukes. It's relatively close to the West Virginia border. And I say relatively, about an hour, maybe a little more. If you can drive across the West Virginia border, they will sell you Everclear.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia will not, at the time, sell you Everclear. But you could drive across the border to get Everclear. So my roommates, suite mates at the time said, we're going to West Virginia. We're going to get that Everclear. I'm like, okay, I'll go along. This sounds like fun. So we go out, take a road, not a main road, just a road up that way. And they got this place that they know they can get it from, and we're going to go there. So we are driving up through the hills of West Virginia to go to this liquor store where because they don't have real IDs, they know this one they have will work. So we have to turn off the paved road, okay, onto switchbacks to go up this side of a mountain for all intent and purpose. Switchback. It's all just rutted out from rain, right? Because it's not a paved road. Mm-hmm. It's a gravel road. Up we go. I passed the same deer 3 times because he is walking up that hill and then we'd go by him and then he'd continue walking up the hill and we'd switch back and come back and there's that deer again. And 3 times I passed that deer. So we get to this place that they can buy the liquor and I go inside with them and they have an arcade machine in there and is the only place I've ever seen this arcade machine. And this arcade machine is called the Lumberjack Man. I don't think it's a real thing, but it was a thing that I played. For 1 quarter, I could be the Lumberjack Man. And the entire game involved me running around the screen and chopping down a tree. So I'd run up to a tree, hit the button, chop, 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 chop. The tree will fall down. Every once in a while, bees would come out and you have to run away from the bees. Or chop, 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 chop. Oh no, here comes the bear. And you got to run away from the bear. I am pretty sure I still have the high score on that game because I played for a good 20 minutes and eventually got bored and just ran directly at the bear so it would end.
What the hell were they doing buying Everclear for 20 minutes inside of a rural?
Oh, they weren't. They had to wait on me because I was playing the tree chopping
dude,
game and I was driving.
Yeah, that checks out.
They were probably starting fires with it.
Yeah,
You were the holdup.
I was the holdup because I had the high score and I wanted to go as far as I could. And then I realized I could probably play this game indefinitely. And so just killed myself, set the high score and left. But yeah, and then you brought the Everclear back and this is, Bubby, I don't know if you did this in college, but Jungle Juice. So you get yourself a trash can, and you fill that with the Everclear, 3 or 4 bottles probably because you're gonna have a party.
Yep.
And that fruit punch Kool-Aid and water, and you just kind of pour it all in there and mix her up, just like that girl did in National Lampoon's Vacation. Just stick your whole arm in there and spin her around, and ta-da! We got Jungle Juice, and now everybody's gonna get drunk for a reasonable price.
For a reasonable price.
So that was my college experience for sure. Watching those sons of bitches, and then they get drunk and pound on the door and wanting me to take them to Waffle House at 3 a.m.
See, we had three guys that lived in the house where we went to college. It was our friend and my brother and myself, and we had birthdays that were all around the same time. It was in October. My brother and
Spoopy
our
back
other
birthday.
friend Ryan, you can chime in on this. We're working at the shop. They were both in aviation.
You're doing great.
Avionics is the word that came to word. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. They were in aviation and they were in the shop, and he ended up running his hand down a
radial arm saw
Radial
went
arm
up
saw.
his finger.
Oh.
Right. So they didn't cut crossways
Long
and
ways.
chop a finger.
I've done that.
Now
You've done up your finger?
Yeah.
it left the top part. So if you were to look down on his hand on the fingernail, like, oh, everything's fine. He turns that hand over, and the problem becomes very apparent.
Been there, done that.
So he gets, much like our friend, the tax lady, or yourself, they're missing a finger. So he has now got this going on. He's got half a finger on one side, and then
So it's the pointer finger.
Pointer finger
Yeah,
on the left side is
pointer
halfway
finger.
gone.
Okay.
So then we start. Ryan lovingly starts referring to him as happy hour because happy hour starts at 4:30.
4:13.
So we ended up having a party where a bunch of my friends, his friends, and our friends'
Double H.
acquaintances came over, and we stamped these shirts, and we had him take his hand and stamp on it, and we put Nubfest.
Oh.
Yep.
And had a big party over at the, speaking of Natty Light, Keystone, and the Beast, all had a party over there with those three lovely beverages. And for
At
the Nubfest party.
Nubfest. So what year would that have been?
Nubfest 2006?
It would have been like 4.
Yeah, because he graduated in 2000.
Yeah, it was. It was the year after I started, so it would have been 2004.
Yeah. I still have that shirt.
Do you? I can't.
Yeah.
I don't have mine. I don't have
Something's wrong with it because it doesn't fit anymore.
Oh,
It's gotten a lot smaller.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've got
Things
clothes
tend to
that
do
keep
that over
shrinking.
time. They just naturally shrink.
Yeah, they shrink the more I wash it.
Yeah.
Okay. We got time for a couple. Bubby, you got another one you want to hit here real quick?
Sure. So the reason I saw you guys at
The Alamo?
Alamos, I was on my way to Chipotle to pick up some dinner for.
It's not Monday afternoon.
It was not. It was for Super Bowl.
They're going back, kids. The Malört
Oh,
is.
jeez.
You can't.
No, that's
God.
too much. Split that.
Speaking of
You
bad
gotta split
decisions,
that.
You brothers, you can't be one upped.
You're getting close to time to go home here, kids. So don't get too excited here.
right? You gotta drive.
You ain't sleeping here.
My wife's gonna be like, "Why do you smell like the
All
bottom
right,
of
so
a boot?"
not your standard. By the way, the Powerade is still out at that Chipotle on Campbell. It's been out for, I'm going to guess, 4 months now. So you're going to Chipotle. You're going to Chipotle on Campbell,
Yeah, for a change.
okay? For dinner, not lunch.
I
You're throwing me off here, Bubby. That's why I'm
got it
asking.
for dinner to take home to have while I was watching the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that the guy that I saw in there sitting was just sleeping because he was knocked out.
Was he breathing?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Well,
But
that's my
he
question,
had-
Bubby.
he had-
Was
he
this
had-
dude just dead in Chipotle?
He had the food, he had the drink, and he was sitting there and he was just out.
What time of day was this?
It was night.
Like
Well, what time of?
I mean, it was
what
dinner
time
time.
of the
It was-
24-hour day that we live in?
12 hours of
I'm
being
gonna
night.
say it was second quarter.
Oh, you
Right
left during
before
the
the day
game?
again.
Right
You
before,
left?
well, I wanted to be back for halftime. I knew how second half was, or second quarter was going to probably.
Yeah. But you were glad you made it back by half.
He's a big
Yeah.
Usher fan.
Did anybody see the stripper fall off the pole?
Ludicrous. I love Ludicrous. What?
Did anybody see the stripper fall off the pole during that?
Wait, what?
There's a point where he is singing, and there's a stripper on a pole behind him, and she straight up falls off that pole.
Is this like the Katy Perry when the guy with the
Yeah.
outfit's just doing whatever he
Kind of like that. But he's just talking, and she's got like her leg up high, and she's kind of hanging from like the crook of her knee, and then goes slip a little bit, and then gone. Just out of the shot.
Was his left side on
His
TV?
left side is correct.
Yeah, I saw that.
She 100% just fell off that pole.
I thought it was part of the act.
No.
She slid down.
We'll see if we can find it. If I can find a GIF, I'll post it. Anyway, so you wait a minute. I don't understand this at all. You left the game. You're just going to miss part of the game.
I wanted to be
Were you
back by
recording it?
halftime. No, I was listening to it on the radio
Okay.
on my way, and on my way back.
Whatever.
But
Okay. So you saw a dead dude at Chipotle. Did you report him?
I don't think he was dead. But no.
Was he by
wasn't.
himself?
I got my to-go, I got my soda, and I left.
Was he by himself?
He was. Yes.
Because the person that was like, "Oh shit, he's dead."
Yeah. Here, try this Chipotle.
like the
It's
work-
almond flavored.
The workers are going to be closing in a while. They'll
They'll nudge him and see if he's alive or not.
check on him.
Bubby,
It's like the great outdoors.
Yeah.
They bring the guy to his birthday party, like, oh, he died on the way over here. And he gets all pissed off. He goes, don't get mad at me. He did it.
right?
Right? Wasn't my fault.
Bubby, the great humanitarian that he is, saw a dead dude at Chipotle and didn't warn anybody. Just said, I got my food. I'm good.
You just gonna, excuse me, pardon me. I'm just slipping.
I'm just going to slip past this dead guy. I'm going to at
More
least call
shocked that he was asleep.
call 911 on the way out or something, Bubby. Come on.
At least kick him or something.
Right? Just kick him. Just there you are sleeping in Chipotle, drunk as the day as long as you've been partying since noon, and you're like, I gotta get some food or I'm gonna pass out. And then you pass out in the Chipotle. There goes Bubby, just freaking. This is Sparta in you right in the chest.
This is Sparta.
Well, you probably drank at the bar at Hy-Vee. So
No, he cannot drink at the bar at Ivy because there's nobody working that bar. That lady established that, Bubby. Amanda, you got anything you want to talk about here?
I have a question since we have an extra person.
Yep, get on
That
it.
just makes it more exciting. Okay, so this is assuming, well, I don't want to know. If you take a bath, that's fine. But when you take a shower,
People who
And
take baths
you-
are gross.
where are you going with this?
Let her finish.
let me finish. When you wash your legs, do you bend down and wash your legs, or do you bring your leg up to you?
This is the
to
great
wash
sock debate all over again.
Kind of.
It is.
I bend down to wash below the knee. I'm going to be honest with you. From about the ankle down, it's kind of on its own.
See, I'm
Okay.
the opposite. I usually wash. So I wash my feet when I get home because I like to put on fresh socks and my slipper, my little house shoes.
Wait,
House shoes.
hold on,
Slippers.
hold
Time
on.
out.
Yeah.
So you get home
Yes.
like freaking Mr. Rogers style here.
Yes.
Put your coat in the closet. Put your sweater on.
Yes.
You got to change your shoes.
Yes.
But in this version of the story, you got.
So I go home.
Do you
Washes
wash your
his
feet
feet.
yourself, or do you have your wife do this for you?
I wash my own feet.
Okay, just check.
So I go home, and yes, I usually put
He's
like a
Jesus.
sweatshirt on, and I will go to the back room, take my shoes off, get a clean pair of socks, go, and I will wash my feet, and then I will put my slippers on. But I'm the opposite. So anywhere between like just below the knee and like right here is probably the part that gets missed.
Okay. So you wait a minute.
Like
So
that.
you wash you have a separate bathing ritual for just the feet when you come home.
Yes.
You're not washing anything else, just your feet.
Yes. Because it feels
that
it's
you don't-
refreshing.
Okay. It's not so you don't dirty up your socks.
No.
Okay.
Just because I like
Now you're wearing socks and shoes or just socks?
socks and my house shoes.
Okay.
And
Describe the house shoes.
they are slip on, so they're like the half that just go over the first part of the foot, like they're open in the back.
They're not like my mom's house shoes back in the day, right?
No, they're like little slip on skids
Okay.
with a little front. They have,
Not fuzzy
there's-
slippers.
There's like corduroy. They're deer
Corduroy, you
they're
say.
deer foams.
Corduroy pillows. They're making headlines.
They are. So that's a glimpse into my life.
All
I'm
right.
going to put it on as soon as I get home. That ritual's going to happen the second I
So, but then during the shower time,
yes.
do you wash the feet as well, or do they just only get washed at special foot sock
no.
time?
No, I will wash my feet when I take a shower.
Okay, so then answer Amanda's question. Are you bending down to wash, or are you picking up to wash?
Pick up.
So you're storking it.
Storking it.
Okay.
Storking it. But you got to be careful because you put that foot down, it's going to be slick. And
Right.
Pull that other
There's
foot,
a-
what? Shit. And off you go.
So, Bubby, we'll go around the table here real quick. Bubby?
All right, so we have a bathtub that has a shower, and so I will pick my foot up and put it up on the edge of the
Oh, like you're
tub
shaving legs.
and wash.
So like over the
That
edge, you're washing out onto the floor?
No, inside the shower curtain.
So, okay, so you got the shower curtain pinned to the top of the tub.
Yes,
Gotcha.
exactly.
All right.
Both and do that way, both sides.
That's fair.
Storking it or not storking it?
I'm bending down to wash below the waist, but
Prison unsafe style.
Right. Oh, no, I
Is that
dropped
like
this.
that?
So,
but to that point, we've got a fairly large shower now, and it's all glass on one side. So if my wife happens to be in there, also getting ready for her day,
Oh, she gets the special
the
view.
old 6-speed macaroni
Hello.
mixer.
I'm a little self-conscious. of that, you know?
Sixth grade macaroni picture.
You got to give the old. No, I said 6-speed macaroni mixer.
Okay. I thought you
I
said
heard 6th grade
macaroni picture.
macaroni picture.
And I was like, I am very interested in whatever's happening over
like-
there.
Both of those.
Never heard of that before.
All right. So way back in the day, and for a long time, I had the greatest idea for an invention, which was you know those boot cleaners when you come home, they got like the brushes on them and you can run your boot. Same thing, but for your shower. But it also has soap. Like when you step down, it'll squirt into the brushes, and then you just put your foot in there and go back and forth.
Yeah.
And it'll just wash your feet. And you don't have to get down there and mess with it.
Uh-huh.
Somebody came along and invented it after I had the idea.
Damn them.
I couldn't figure out how to make it or get it produced or
it's fairly
market it or any of that stuff. Somebody else got it. I also have an idea. You can go ahead and steal this one too. You know the spray on, I can't believe it's not butter. Mm-hmm. Same thing, but bacon. Just spray it onto your sandwiches. That tastes like bacon, but you don't have to deal with bacon.
It's called I Can Believe It's Not Bacon.
Yeah. It's probably not bacon.
It's most definitely not. Spray.
Smells like bacon.
Amanda, which way are
Tastes
you
like
going?
bacon.
You didn't answer.
I'm a stork.
I
Same way I put on my shoes.
100% knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I knew that
But
you
you
had.
know what? I wasn't always because I didn't think it seemed safe.
It
But I
doesn't seem
learned
safe.
that- I
You're
learned
correct.
that Sean Hayes, when he lifts up his
Professional
feet
wrestler
to
Sean
watch
Hayes.
them-
P.S. Sean Hayes.
No,
Oh, okay.
Will and Grace Sean.
Will and Grace.
Hayes.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the name. Yep.
There is a wrestler
But-
named Sean Hayes as well.
When he washes his legs and feet, he'll hold his hands still and move his leg up and down in it, and I think that's hilarious.
How
So
the
I
hell do you
started
know
doing
that?
She's watched him.
He told me.
He told him. Oh, that's fair. That's okay.
Do you have adhesive rubber duckies on the base of your shower floor so you don't lose your
No,
balance?
just as the rest of my life, it's taken my life in my own
Oh,
hands.
you're just Wild Westing it in there,
going
right?
for
Just
it.
don't.
Yeah.
Look at wow.
We've got a shower pan in mind that is kind of grippy, but it's not. It's still.
I need to get the duckies.
The problem is I get out of that, and then that floor outside of the shower is just aluminum, not aluminum,
What the hell are you living in?
Airstream.
linoleum. It's linoleum tile up there. And let me tell you what's slick as snot when you just got wet foot
Yeah.
is that linoleum tile. Like I got to come out. I've got a carpet like further away from it, like by the sink, but I got to kind of like hold on to things as I get to that because it is slick as snot coming out of that shower. All right. Well, I think we're going to get close to wrapping this one up, kids. Unless anybody's got something pressing, most of my stuff will carry over.
Yeah, we got probably enough for another episode.
Yep. So if you'd like to write us the podcast, like I said earlier, you can reach us at itsallfishandships@gmail.com. Go ahead and check out the website at itsallfishandships.com. We have Instagram and YouTube. YouTube's slowly getting populated again after I pulled everything down and have to put it back up. Instagram, TikTok, all that. Facebook is kind of where we're landing at the moment. So check out our Facebook. I'm trying to post a lot of content there. You can join our Facebook group. It's All Fish and Chips. The Facebook group. It's in the show notes. Check the links. It'll take you right to it. We'll try to post the pictures from. Oh, if you'd like to sign up for the Patreon,
Yep.
I'd like to shout out our newest Patreon subscriber. We are now up to 3.
Oh.
Count them 3 Patreon subscribers.
Who do we got?
Friend of the podcast, Bubby.
Oh, I thought you was like,
Say it.
really?
Say it. The one thing you were supposed to say. Carol.
Carol.
There we go. Carol has joined us on, and we'd like to thank her for her subscription. God, you're such an effort, Bubby.
We have a lot of friends of the podcast, so I
Yes,
don't know
but
which one you're talking about.
The one that's going to sign up for the Patreon. Which means that we owe her both a picture drawn by somebody on the podcast as well as a friendship bracelet from Amanda.
Yep.
So, Amanda, you have been commissioned, and we will sort out amongst ourselves who's going to draw that picture. So thank you, Carol, for joining us. If you'd like to check out the Patreon, check out the link in the show notes because I still have not figured out how to make that thing easy to get to because you can name it, but I can't figure out how to do it. So I need to spend some time working on that. Other than that,
Work well.
my name is Thor. Oh,
Bobby?
Tyler.
phone lady.
Amanda.
And Ryan.
And no matter what you guys got going on in your life, remember, it's all fish and chips. Well, I didn't want to say her name because then she didn't get to say her name.
Right.
Doesn't deny her the right to say her name.
But then you're saying it twice.